Right, let's test the mic. Hello, hello. Sounds okay. Give me a minute. All right, let's begin. I'll need to make sure first I'm going towards the right direction because it's been a while since I've returned to this game. Hold on. Yeah, we need to go to a dark place.
From hell, director.
I've forgotten all the abilities, by the way. I have to switch between them.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there.
Hey, there he
reaching
is.
for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
It was quite bold of this game to use, to introduce Alan Wake DLC when the same voice actor is doing another character in the game. Quite meta of them. Wait, did he say research sector? Investigation sector, okay. Hello? Okay. Sector head office. And that's the entire map to explore. Okay, I remember that much.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not. Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
How did you change the... Okay. How do you change the weapon type? How was that? Was it through M?
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Nice. These are the materials that we have. There's a loadout. So we have the Pierce, which is the sniper rifle, and the Shatter, which is like a shotgun. And these are our personal mods. Health boost, launch health recovery. Health recovery per element pickup. Okay. How do you switch between the modes though? It's F. Investigate the sector head office, okay? The investigation was launched into Dr. Casper Darling. Despite the accounts of anonymous Dash regarding inhumane treatment of a Dash currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into Dash research. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls. Ah, that's how they're tying the two games together. Specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. Oh, so this was a foreshadowing of that we're gonna meet Alex Casey in Alan Wake 2. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special investigator Gleason. Not special investor. Okay. It happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our dash. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? We see this monitoring station in Alan Wake 2 as well. Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going on the site next week. So literally next week is when Alan Wake 2 is happening. Okay. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this dash hits again and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Agent Estevez. Don't recall if we meet Estevez. I mean, we'll find out in a few days. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland. Dash was launched into Dash of Director Zachariah Trench. So Trench is becoming aggressive. Something between Trench and Dr. Darling. Okay. I forgot how much control makes you read. That's a big downside of this game, in my opinion. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the UK, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. She's the mushroom lady, right? On the other floor. Stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. Served with no incidents. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations of any kind or of any record of breaching NDAs. Her civilian behavior has been ideal. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. I was not a fan of those mushroom enemies in this game. Ooh. Ballistic ground slam boost. What did we get? We got a weapon most? Hold on. Ground slam damage after weapon hits. Nah, I'm gonna keep this. Damage and rate of fire boost, damage and projectile spread. So it's like a shotgun joke. Also, this game doesn't have a flashlight, weirdly. Ooh, see the reflections here on the helmet. Helmet's visor. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I have done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Okay? So Trench didn't like Kirkland because Kirkland was investigating Trench or trying to overthrow him. So much stuff to read. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, then yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. Simple math. We lost in the Hartman thing. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing. That's Dr. Emil Hartman from Alan Wake. The crazy psychologist doctor. We are barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So Dennis was in the interim replacement for Kirkland. Okay, I don't know who Dennis is. Fire break to the right. Is it why we got the fire break game? That's how we went up there. Chips. More reading, yay! A burrow tractor. A burrow tractor. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office, blood, urine, bile, stomach contents. Blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations, blunt force injuries. It is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. That removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. So we start getting removed organs from the cult in Alan Wake 2. We're still in the sector head office. So much stuff to read. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. So Grumman and Morales deserted. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it is possibly they have switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case. But that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space could be unrelated. So like a Venn diagram. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send out a team to cordon this place off. Maybe get some comms guys, okay? Agent Keenum. So 2 agents were thought to be deserting, but this guy, okay, something there. More reading, yay! Burrow tractor, oh, the same AWE from before. A Frank L tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. So remember we fought tractors that were controlled by the dark presence. Bureau's investigation after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farms outside of Trenton, Texas. Okay. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the legality of the prime candidate program by the FBC. So he was trying to go against Zachariah Trench. When Jesse and Dylan were brought into the oldest house and placed under dash examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic dash of naturally inclined Dylan. Not only is this breach in the breach of the Ash Act, it flies in the face of basic human decency. Empathy. This investigation team unequivocally dash the prime candidate program and recommends that it be suspended immediately. Okay. So Kirkland was not a fan of the prime candidate program that Trench was doing. Understandable.
Now that gate should open.
Ah, this gate. I see. Resignation? So Kirkland resigned. To whomsoever it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as the head of investigations for the FBC. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's work, I guess? Investigations? My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our director, Zachariah Trench, I guess that's what's written here, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to his enemies lose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The Dash has failed his agents. The director has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. So Trench did not help them. That's the way to the fire break. And that's the sector head office, okay? Keep pressing E. Specimen escape assessment. The purpose of internal investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of Dash agents. So Dash is that number of agents. An inspection report of the contaminator 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network on the Dash of Dash. Specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive Dash. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Dash entered the sector regarding an investigation. Who was Alice again? Given their connection to the same AWA case, it is likely that Mrs. Dash's presence is relevant to the specimen escape and to the Dash. I forget who is Alice. Hey, hello Capex. How you doing? We are back on control. I'm good. We are back on the game control because there
I'm
was...
no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Because remember, there was one DLC that we had not played that time. No, this is an older DLC, but this DLC was supposed to tie in Control and Alan Wake universe. Back when I was playing Control, I had not replayed Alan Wake 1 in like 15 years. So I decided to not play just this DLC. I played all the other DLCs in Control. So this is the Alan Wake expansion or Alan Wake extension, whatever DLC in Control. I need to play this to make to better prepare for Alan Wake 2 basically. Yes, Alan Wake 1 is complete. I skipped over Alan Wake American Nightmare, which was like a very tiny 3-hour game that they released between they released after Alan Wake 1 but before Quantum Break. But the main game Alan Wake 1 is finished, yes. This group individually has the Blessed Organization. Has operated outside of Bureau's notice for decades. Blessed Pictures was connected to Altered Items case. LA public speaker Chester Bless. A business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement in an OPE case. None of these individuals have been located. The connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct. An arrest order has been issued for any person believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. You were streaming NFS Hot Pursuit Remastered yesterday and today. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. How is it? Are you having fun? Okay, what happened here?
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've
Oh,
forgotten
nice.
her. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you?
Mr. Scratch?
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy. I don't think he's Tom.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Interesting.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about.
Interesting.
What's he doing here?
You can play the police in that game. I still remember when NFS Hot Pursuit Remastered came out in 2020. I see. That's cool. That's a different perspective. Because in older NFS games, he always used to hide and run away from the cops, right? That was the...
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
So this game is telling us that Thomas Zane was not a poet. But Alan Wake 1 told us Thomas Zane was a poet. This game is saying he was a filmmaker who starred in his own films. And how do we know that guy was not Scratch, Mr. Scratch? These games have always been confusing. That's the motel. I forgot how to use this motel. This Texas motel.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness.
Let's see this.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
So I think the dark
Became
presence,
the thing that had been Hartman.
the dark presence lashed itself onto Dr. Emil Hartman. He was the doctor in Alan Wake 1. Have I heard of ASAP Rocky's new album Don't Be Dumb? Not really.
Broke loose. Killed everyone it could. Lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came.
I think I've only heard of one ASAP Rocky
The
song.
thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Hey, we connected. Why is this not open? Are we supposed to go over there? Let's try. Possibly we are supposed to go here, yeah. Because those were dead ends.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Uh-oh. There's
Why
water
did
on the
wait for
floor?
me to come here?
Yeah, we have joined the... I see. The map makes sense now. You love the narration about info in the car you select in NFS Hot Pursuit Remastered. Stole Your Flow is your favorite album? I see. Nothing here? Yeah, seems empty. Okay, what's happening here?
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
Ooh, these safe houses are in Firebreak as well. So they were teasing two games with this DLC. They were teasing Firebreak and they were teasing Alan Wake 2. This exact room structure is in Firebreak. In the Firebreak levels. I mean, these structures are in Control as well. But they've used them quite well in Firebreak. My problem with a lot of modern music is I don't actively go out to find modern music. If I hear it somewhere playing... Okay, what's happening? Okay, I died. I've forgotten the combat in this game. Not gonna lie. I know I'm supposed to use the revolver in the objects. That's all I know. Let's go with the shotgun. More? Ah, damn it. This is gonna take a while for me to get used to the combat again. Because the health is also limited in this game. You only get health from dead enemies. I forgot I could turn them. About to die.
The hiss are already in here.
I might want to switch to... Wait, where is the thing? It's here. Might want to switch to something else. What did we get for Surge? Pierce is the sniper thing. Hold on. Which ones do we have equipped? We have Shatter and Pierce equipped. Let's continue like that only. The Porsche engineers knew exactly what their objective was. That's the quote at NFS Hot Pursuit. I mean, yeah, Porsche takes game integrations very seriously. I've heard about this from other games as well, wherever there's a Porsche integration. The upcoming Resident Evil game also has a Porsche integration. Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. What? Explore the investigation sector, okay. Service tunnel.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Aim powerful light source at darkness to destroy it, just like Alan Wake.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
More lights, okay. To go up, I guess. The darkness killed that guy. What's over here? Mushroom sector? I don't like mushroom sector. Do I have to go that way? I don't have to go that way. So these tunnels are also present in Firebreak game. I see. That's Hartman? Oh, not looking forward to fighting him. Although given this game, it could be a fun fight. More light. We are here now, okay. So the left is filing and processing Firebreak. To the right is Operations Center, active investigations. I see.
The third thing. The sound made darker. The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said baby, 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 yeah. Orange peel. The third thing was a monster.
Orange
He'd tear
peel?
apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
I am still confused.
Darkness made louder.
So basically, the resonance in the oldest house and the evil darkness present in Alan Wake, they are both affecting Hartman? Weird. Okay, Capex, thanks for stopping by.
Hartman was stretched like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
So they've started experimenting with the style of these things as it was in Alan Wake 2. Event summary: a train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Dash. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Eagle Limited. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. The result, a response team on the site was able to respond to the train incident within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway. Further investigations of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector. So we are going to see a train here, a train car. Okay. Okay. That powers up this.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning.
Oh, he recorded this at that time.
Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
This was before the darkness took Hartman. Examination of paranormal entities, the shadow. So an aggressive dash consisting of 3 known types: localized manifestations of sentient dash, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material; shaded individuals, human bodies dashed by the shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain dash of their previous selves. And shaded objects, similarly, that inanimate objects are dashed solely to be used as destructive tools. So by the shadow, they're talking about a dark presence from Alan Wake. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link to a dash intelligence, like a central intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. Investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an attack. Map. Artie?
Lads in here have died standing up. Lighten them up. The air in here is getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache. Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody shit, said the old way. Like tar, but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
These are the side missions. I don't care about side missions at this point in the game.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Game is way too dark at times.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted, sometimes even the equipment fails. I don't know how.
Black market hub is specializing in trade of occult talismans, relics and the assorted ceremonial objects, and paranatural materials. So in Czech Republic, someone was selling altered objects, altered items. So a lot of people are dealing in these altered items in the black market, I see. NASA? Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Nice tie-in with the other agency. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. Thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Dash far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Black Rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Dash will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource. So something like it's either a space station or a satellite. Okay. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was hired to do? My job? Want to know what I call that? BS. That's Agent Hewitt complaining. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. They already know the facts. Also, they are investigating the people who are dealing these things in black market. I see. That he killed those people all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights and you need to let me back in the interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such.
I've seen the doors
I see.
closing just before I could catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with whoever they are.
What is this here for? So I can't remove this anymore. I wanted to test what this is for.
Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a...
Who's speaking with us? Which door? Ah, this is locked. Let's hit the button. Of course. And won't hurt them. More? Dude, how did he kill me so quickly? I don't understand this game sometimes. How did he kill me so quickly? How did that hit for so much? Dude, what? I forgot how frustrating the combat can be in this game sometimes. The enemies hit way too hard. Frustrating. There's no way to recover health in this game if you take cover. That's the problem with this game. Again, this game is crazy sometimes.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Maybe... hold on. Maybe I should change my loadout. Instead of shatter, health recovery per element pickup, health recovery on launch hits. Okay. Hey Breed, thanks for the follow. This is at 8%, already the best one, I think.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Okay. Is she dead? I don't know. Motel observation, we've seen that before. Something is still not seen? What's unread?
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then
We heard this before. We've heard this before. So this is a new enemy, the Hiss Ranger, I guess. The ones that we just fought. He's corrupted rangers that have manifested the ability to levitate, similarly to his elevated agents. However, these airborne Hiss Rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. Possibly, Hiss can share permutations through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in Hiss Rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate an environmental factor is also responsible. They could be responding to an altered item or other preternatural element found only in that sector, so the darkness. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the Hiss Ranger phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory, I see. Yeah, I was trying to change from shatter to spin. For spin, what do we equip? Hold on. Accuracy. Do we have a better accuracy stat? We do. Do we have rate of fire? Okay. Ammo recovery. Energy gained back from headshots. Astral weapon armor damage. Ooh. That seems good. Weapon armor damage. Let's try spin for a while. So being in the darkness is affecting us. I see. There's a battery receptacle there.
Shit. Now what? What is that?
Come on, elevator, time to go!
Thing even touches it.
So you don't like the light. I can use that.
Okay, more of these. That's good. So he's in the darkness right now. Right there. Activate the lights to defeat the creature. Hold on. What's this? Tape.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights. It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is being blown way out of proportion. All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good. So yeah, I was just looking to fill out my Wake collection. I certainly didn't know Hartman had turned into some kind of shadow or something.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk job. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I saw people break rules all the time, and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston. But this is going on your records if you screw up any next time.
Don't see any other light receptacles here. I see one there. Hold on. Okay, that's good. Night Springs screenplay, page 1. The screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and its all past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Over the Threshold, Darkly, by Alan Wake. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist. I've told you several times, director, it isn't ready, director. It's ready when I say it's ready, doctor. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Ah, I see. Guess we'll find more of those script pages. We'll wait for the recharge to come back. Ah, what's over here? Ah, I see. Need another battery. Ooh, that's what became of Hartman. So creepy. Is there any way to normally descend to the ground? Not sure. Ah, it's using the same button, I see. We can't hurt him unless we throw light on him, I guess. That is my guess. Hartman background. Official findings report. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a renowned center in Bright Falls, WA. Focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and their mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing patients in order to utilize any latent Dash abilities that may possess with the aim of shaping Dash to his own benefit. which has earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. For more on the link between artists and their ability to dash, reality show artist medium C File Dash. Investigation has proved Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone after being approached by the... We forgot about Mott? That kidnapper guy. After being approached by the Bureau during the Dash investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated and released Dash months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. I see. Let's hit the button. He ran away.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Oh, come on. How do you interact with that? Let's listen to other stuff first.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
no one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off and I could move out of my parents' basement and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Okay. Door appearance. Excursion to the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. A spiral-shaped marking similar to the other doors. It is locked and cannot be forced open. Oh, that's who Alice was. She was his wife. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, contacted agents Sarah and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. For a transcript, see this. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Conclusion: determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alan Wake is responsible for its appearance, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. I see. Dude, these floors look so nice with ray tracing. They really cooked hard with the graphics of this game. And I know they cooked even harder for Alan Wake 2. But we'll get to that. Vending machine procedures. Oh, a vending machine AWE. No containment procedure known. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. So a vending machine might attack us. Its front covered in a 4-wood panel, coin-operated buttons. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. It was found in a nursing home in Dash, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Dash called a local news station with a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive foods and objects as a way to raise resident spirits. The bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. So the vending machines here are all magic. So we can go left or behind us or right. So he slid in through that vent, I guess. The elevator is working now. Where does the elevator take us? Let's see this first.
What are you doing in investigations?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Eagle Limited AWE. That was a train AWE, right? Bright Falls AWE. Fra Moro AWE. So 3 areas that we can explore. I guess we do the Bright Falls one last.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't want
I don't
to
know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves.
This is so funny.
Like it's a race, and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's just gonna talk forever,
I
isn't
always
he?
make it home for mealtime, so I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back.
Bro, he's not shutting up.
Very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big
Bro.
Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria for Alfred's food. Okay. Oh, one more thing. And buy her a fruit arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one, though. You'd like
Oh
Alfred.
no, he's
very
not chatting up.
proper, really carries himself well.
Eagle Limited AWE. Okay.
It's hard to track you on all these cameras. Anyway, are you a cat person? I don't think
Oh
I
no.
ever asked. You seem like
Oh
one,
no.
though. You'd like Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from. But, boy, those two did not get along. Oh, no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way. Scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food.
Got something for search. Okay.
bowl.
And we get 1 ability point. What do we spend it on? Guess we'll save the point
Cat
for
was
now.
a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that
That's
language was
kinda
not
harsh.
entirely, professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said...
One more. That's it? One more. Of course it blows up in my face. Oh, there's a rocket guy there. I did not see that. I don't want to die now. Okay, let's grab health. These grenade throwing enemies are so annoying. Okay. So we're in the Eagle Limited AWE area. So you have to turn this thing. I forget how do you turn this thing. There's a puzzle. Let's take a look around. So that thing is behind that fence. Astral constructs, mods. Construct a random weapon mod. Construct a personal mod infinite. Obscured personal mod absolute. Energy gained from headshots. Okay. Can I equip that? Rate of fire. Damage against. Maybe I can equip that. I can. Okay. A personal mod is also available. Which one? What do I have already? Health. Health recovery on launch hits. Health recovery per elemental pickup. Okay. That's source gain from melee hits. Health 25%. Ammo recovery on evade use. Source gained. Nah. These are fine. Okay. I know now why I had shotgun. I know exactly now. I forgot about that. I hate those balls. Seriously hate those balls. way the combats are like the combat arenas are fine, but the way the combat scenarios are designed sometimes don't work in this game. By work, I mean they feel very contrived. Shield dodge efficiency. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? We pressed the button and we got here. Okay, I forgot that happens. Hate that. Let's grab health again. Hold on, let's check the map. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to go.
Alright, Ati. Was this what you had in mind?
Utility corridor. Brain missing? The good for nothing with the security check. I know you took a part of my brain when you put me through that metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. What a stupid guy. He thinks metal detectors take part of their brains. Utility corridor. Yeah. That killed me so quickly. I mean, I saw it doing damage, but I thought if I climbed somewhere up top, it might not do the same. Okay. Oh no, we have to do the fight again. I don't want to do the fight. Want this fight again? Why do you have to do the fight again if you already cleared the area? I don't get it. I do not get it. They've tried to go Dark Souls like for no good reason. Can I run from them? Let's see. I can run from them. Good. Hold on. Nope. Did I turn that light off? Oh.
Damn it.
Okay, let's not go into the mushroom room. Oh, so it's a puzzle now. Like, which cubes do we have to power up?
Christ. Did the Hartman thing do all this?
Shield kills, reload efficiency. Personal mods full. Can I delete some personal mods? Okay. Can probably delete some personal mods. What should we relieve? Yeah, we can remove that. Okay, that did the trick. So these gates will open when I... okay. To open this, we need blue everything. To open that, we just needed that. Okay. First, we need to open the two red ones, I see. So that's one red one. That's one. Nothing else in there. That needs 4 power lines. That takes 3. Let's do this one next. It's the orange one. Where's the last orange one going? There, okay. Now we can do the blue lines. That's one. One blue line left somewhere. Okay, some rare material. But how do we open this thing? That needs 2 yellow things to power it. 2 yellow lines. One is going like this. That one. The other one is going like this. Okay. Let's see it with this tape.
Reminder, the law of 3 also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
I remember these vents. The light got destroyed. You know, the light is still here. New control point. Finally some progress. Eagle Limited AWE.
Lots of dark corners to hide in. Okay, let's get the lights on and clear him out.
Nope. Dude, that's so scary. Oh, I didn't know he would grab me like that. That was so scary. Well, we weren't far from the save point. Dude, that stupid thing takes forever to recharge. Now I remember why I was not using the assault rifle mode. It takes forever to recharge. Let me switch. Nah, let's try again. Dude, how did they... Why do the enemies do 99.9% damage every time? I don't get it. Do not get it. There's a big flaw in the combat of this game. He almost looks like an enemy out of the forest game.
Where's he running off to now?
Dead in his tracks. Investigate the train alternate item.
All aboard.
Question is that an optional quest? Or is it part of the Alan Wake thing? It might be optional. Yeah, it's an optional thing. You can take a look at it. Although this expansion has been stretching out a lot. Why did that mission get activated? No. How do we investigate it? The train is right here. Like, which train do they want us to investigate? The train is right here. Ah, here. Connect with the train. That's how you exit the... Okay. Interesting.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Oh my God. Fire! Tickets, everyone, stay in your seats. In your seats. Nothing is sir. Sit down.
Connect with the train.
Oh my God. Fire! Fire! Everyone, stay in your seats. In your seats. Nothing is sir. Sit down. Everyone, hold on.
So my guess is we have to trigger these things in the right order.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
Alton. What was that?
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield.
Okay.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Good evening, all you fine-looking folks. Here's some smooth tunes to ease your minds and please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
That causes the train to crash. Hmm.
Well, that was chaotic. Felt like it was trying to tell me something. I wonder if I can make sense of it.
Was trying to tell me something.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
So she said tickets ready. Let's go for the ticket guy first.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Oh, I think they want us to trigger these in the right sequence.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
And please your ears as we wait for that delicious dinner to roll right on in.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Alton, Carlinville. Everyone, stay in your seats. Tickets, please. Tickets. Everyone, hold on.
What if I activate all of this them like at the same time?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Eagle Limited bound for Chicago. Please have your tickets ready and enjoy the ride.
Foundation major targets. I think we have to do it this in the right order.
Next stops, Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. That's Alton, Carlinville, and Springfield. Tickets, please. Tickets.
No. Shifted passage. Stated specimen formerly Dr. Emil Hartman. An alert from the Dash WA monitoring station, Wright Falls monitoring station, indicated minor Dash activity occurring in the area. Agent Estevez was dispatched to investigate. Inside the Hartman Lodge, she discovered the facility's former owner, Dr. Emil Hartman. He had been converted into a shaded individual and displayed violent behavior. Agent Estevez alerted the on-site research team to the specimen's presence, and with some difficulty it was successfully contained in a black rock cell. The cell and its inhabitants were transported safely back to HQ, where the specimen remains retained in the Dash sector as part of the Dash investigation. Once the investigation is closed, the search teams have petitioned to relocate the specimen to their sector for study. Where is this leading? Come on. Phase 2, did you hear about Fisher? Got himself in trouble in the motel. Why the hell does anyone volunteer to stake out that place? Gives me the creeps. But hey, at least he came back, if you can call it that. I saw some of the footage they pulled out of there with him. Tom Download evidence processing showed me crazy stuff. Fisher had the cameras pointed at himself half the time. Guessing he went nuts on day one. He did catch something though. Got one of those fiber optic cameras under the door of the room he was hiding in and recorded something out in the hall. Looked like a shadow, maybe human. Tom tried to get the quality up, but it's still blurry as F. Just reaffirms my position. Stay the F out of the motel. Anyway, up for some shoom later? Lisa got up to an hour and 38 minutes later. New record to beat. So shoom is a card game? Uh-oh. There's Hartman.
We need to get those lights on.
Need to power these. Okay. Dude, Hartman's design is so creepy. How am I supposed to solve this? There's the button. There are the things. Like he's right there. Was I not supposed to be here? I'm so confused. Genuinely confused right now where to go.
We need
Okay.
another power core.
Where's the last one hiding? Ooh, I think I see them now. Problem is now the health is low. Of course, typical. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I think we have to go for tonight. So I'll continue with this. I'll continue with the Eagle Limited AWE and this left side of the map tomorrow. And then we'll finish the right side and we'll probably wrap the entire thing up either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We shall see. But I gotta go for now. GG's. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.